If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare, but when I stopped to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm no way to go, no one that can see through that side of the light. I can see my life is crap, I have to see them too. I just live into my world, far from the pain, the feel. Just out of reach of desire, was not aware of the start of hell, but when I stop to see those eyes begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so dumb and out of time. I was so wrong, I was so blind, I was so If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. If I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm
Formerly host of the IndyCar Series and 2 USAC Sprint Car Series races, welcome to America's premier short track. Last week, Seth Hatchell would lock up his run for the regular season championship, but with the chase starting next week, 11 drivers are still fighting for a chance to make the chase. It's round 26 from Richmond Raceway, live on PBR Broadcasting. Welcome and thank you for joining us here tonight at Richmond Raceway for the Joe Owen Towing Service 145. I'm Stephen Parkson, bringing you all the action live here tonight on PBR Broadcasting. Let's take a look at tonight's 3/4 of a mile track. All the corners will be banked at 14 degrees, while the backstretch is at 2 degrees of banking, and the front stretch is at 8 degrees of banking. Tonight's race will be roughly 109 miles, including for 145 laps. This is short track racing, so even though we do have 145 laps here tonight, it will go back quick. As we get ready for tonight's race, let's take a look at the points and how they stack up. We have one major change in the points this week. That is Keith Mato making his way back into the top 5. But it would be Seth Hatchell last week, locking away his regular season championship last week as he can now relax and wait for the chase. Currently, Hatchell sits at 898 points this season. Adam Baker would make a push, but it wouldn't be enough even with the win last week, as Baker is still 44 points back from teammate Seth Hatchell. The third place battle is where the battle to watch is tonight, as right now David Howard Jr. and Chris Samard are separated by 2 points, as Howard Jr. is currently 140 points back and Samard is 142 points back. Keith Mayato would get back into form last week and pull a second place finish, knocking former 5th place the former 5th place in the point standings, Bob Skinner, back to 6th. Currently, Keith is 166 points back from Hatchell. So we'll now go to the team news. No big team news this week, but let's take a quick look at the points. MB Motorsports will remain in the lead after Adam Baker would pull off a win. MB Motorsports is currently at 1,957 points this season. GAC will remain in second as Keith Mato would lead the way with a second place finish. GAC is currently 102 points back from MB Motorsports. SoMO Racing would have Paul Zoda lead the way. SoMO is currently 411 points back in the standings, while Max Rev Motorsports would see Stephen Burnett take a charge once again, finishing 8th. Max Rev Motorsports is currently 597 points back in the standings. Rounding out the top 5 will be Diamond State Racing, as last week they did not have any drivers run, as we do know it's a 2-car team, so they will now be at 1,043 points back in the standings this season. And we do have one other thing to look at here tonight before we go to racing. Take a look at the chase, as right now you do have 8 drivers locked into that chase. This is the final week before that starts at Chicagoland. And the 8 drivers locked in are Keith Mayato, Seth Hatchell, Adam Baker, Chris Samard, Shane Papala, Joe Mitchell, Stephen Burnett, and David Howard Jr. Currently, the next 8 into the chase bracket are based on points would be Bob Skinner, Aaron Riley, Paul Zoda, David Gainforth, Lupe Gonzalez, Lynn McNeese, Kurt Davidson, and Justin Kern. The next 2 eligible drivers would be Joe Owen and Jeff Glockner, as Dean Vining and Paul Cohen are ineligible based on races ran. So with 5 minutes left in practice, we're going to go ahead and step away. For tonight's national anthem, we changed it up a little bit. Hopefully you guys like it.
Say, does that guys.
And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
I don't believe there's a man on pit road that probably don't get that rush when those engines fire. It's just a rush when they fire.
Or once we start our engines, I analyze what's going to happen. What are our strategies to be the best car here today?
I need to race to get my fix. And everybody wants to go fast in cars, slide around, have fun. I get to do that and I get paid to do it.
It's pretty intense after you fire up the engine and you take off.
You always have that stomach-wrenching feeling that you have to have everything perfect.
You're always striving to achieve dominance, and that's what's fun about the sport.
The competition is so tough that the difference between greatness and mediocrity is 0.2 of a second.
You can't even snap your fingers in 0.2 of a second.
I call it going from a hero to a hobo and nothing flat.
We love the competition, we love the sight, the smell, the fans.
There's only one thing I love about it, and that's winning. The reason we put everything into it that we do is to get to victory lane.
It's a family sport and you're amongst friends, but you treat them almost like enemies on the racetrack where you're just doing everything you can to be the first, to beat everybody else.
Okay, strap in and hold on. We're going racing.
Sometimes 4 wide, and if you're in that center lane, you have to look on both sides to get on the spot. Here comes Rusty Wallace from behind. Rusty behind a couple of teammates like Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. He's going to go running. Come on, go to strike, keep going, keep coming. Traffic inside. Up into turns 3 and 4, and out of turn 4, here they come. Oh, trouble is together.
The many hours of pit crew practice now come into play. Speed and teamwork are of the essence. Half a second saved here can mean 100 yards on the track.
Everybody off pit road to get back on the racetrack. He should be the leader. Rusty Wallace pulling back out on the racetrack. Inside, laying up on the high side.
Usually you don't think of the dangers until tire blows or you've spun or something's happening in front of you. You know, there are moments in our sport that have been reality checks of how dangerous the sport can be. You know, this sport can give and it can take.
Jr. He's all of a sudden got one coming up behind you. Come on, go. We're going to get you. Across there. Leader is in your lane.
All right, and we actually missed qualifying. They changed up some timing on us, so we're going to go ahead and go straight to tonight's grid. So starting on the pole will be Travis Wall from Max Rev Motorsports. Starting next to him will be Chris Samard of GAC Racing. In third tonight will be Shane Papala of MB Motorsports. Outside will be Dash McLaughlin making his second start in the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series, running for MB Motorsports. Adam Baker of MB Motorsports will start 5th. Seth Hatchell of MB Motorsports starting 6th. Keith Mayato of GAC Racing will start 7th tonight, with Brian Neff of Can-Am Racing will start 8th. Billy Howard of SoMO Racing will start 9th. Jeff Sharp, a free agent, will start 10th tonight. Aaron Riley of SoMO Racing will start 11th. Paul Zoda of SoMO Racing will start 12th. Ryan Gimmel of MB Motorsports will be starting 13th tonight, with Jim Locking of GAC Racing in 14th. David Gainforth of GAC Racing will start 15th tonight, with Jeff Glockner of SoMO Racing starting 16th. Dean Viney of GAC Racing will start 17th tonight, with David Howard Jr. on his outside starting 18th. Joe Owen of Fury Motorsports will start 19th tonight in that brand new number 3 machine. Luke Bay Gonzalez of 575 Motorsports will start 20th. Kurt Davidson of SoMO Racing will start 21st. Joe Mitchell of MB Motorsports will start 22nd. And rounding out your field will be Paul Buzz Cohen as the pace car is dipping off. We're getting ready to go racing already here tonight. And the green flag is out. 145 laps of action tonight at Richmond Raceway, and Travis Wall gets the jump he needs to start this race, as he's going to jump out to a great start on the pack. As he's going to extend that lead. We forgot to update this. We'll get it going for you guys. Go to current. There he is. He has a 0.7 second lead right now. On second place, Shane Papala. In third is Adam Baker. Dash McLaughlin in fourth, trying to make that breakthrough. He got 6th last week in his first start. Seth Hatchell, the points champion for the regular season, in 5th. Chris Samard in 6th, looking to move up into that 3rd position. But David Howard Jr. is on track tonight. Keith Mayato in 7th. Billy Howard in 8th, Brian Neff 9th, and Ryan Gimmel will round out your top 10 at the moment. 3 laps into this race already. And Travis Wall is starting to walk away. Is he going to burn up those tires too quickly, though? As we didn't get a chance to tell you before, but make sure to hit that subscribe button because next week the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series kicks off the chase at Chicagoland, and you can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. So Travis Wall out to a 2nd lead already. Taking a look around the field to see where the battles are going on. Joe Owen has already gained 3 positions, but in that quest for the Hard Charger Award, we do have Ryan Gimmel, who's gained 3 places, as he's in a battle right now with Billy Howard and I believe that is the 60 of Brian Neff. Ryan Gimmel's going to move up in the 9th, putting him +4 on the day. The other driver who's +4 at the moment, make that the 41 of Kurt Davidson. He's back here right now in 16th. We do have a pass in the top 5. It is Seth Hatchell getting around Dash McLaughlin, as Dash is now falling back to 6th. So Dash moves out of the top 5 as the 77 of Chris Samard is going to get around him. Joe Owen still sticking in that chase for the hard charger here tonight. Joe Owen's going to move up into the 14th position, +4 on the night. We got 3 drivers, +4 already here. Travis Wall still up front, looking for where our next battle might be, as we have not really cleared throughout the track. As you see Dash right now in between Chris Samard and Keith Mayato. Lupe and Kurt Davidson is going to move up into the top spot for that hard charger award, +5 for him now, as he's going to move up into 13th. Paul Cohen on pit road, and David Howard Jr., I'm not sure if he even started tonight, as he has not come off the pits. Paul Cohen, early pit stop, 10 laps into this race. Doesn't look like he has any damage on the car, though. We'll go back to the track, go up to Jeff Glockner. He's got Dean Viney right now behind him. Ryan Gemmel's going to move up into, see if we can find Ryan here. He's going to move up into 8th, passing Brian Neff to give him +5 on the night. He's still in it with Kurt Davidson. You want to look for a close battle in that hard charger. Go back to 13th or 14th and 15th. As right now it is Joe Owen and Kurt Davidson right next to each other, trying to get around the 91 of Jim Locking. Or no, they're trying to get around the 99 of Paul Zoda, who just got passed by the 91 of Jim Locking. As the 3 of Joe Owen going to that bottom line, he's going to get the run, it looks like. He's not going to completely clear Zoda, but he is going to get the run on the bottom line. Now he has cleared Zoda, as he's going to move up to +5 on the night. You have 3 cars in that +5 range. First driver not locked into the chase. Let's see, where are they at? And through here, as the top 5 have locked themselves in so far. I believe our closest driver that hasn't locked themselves in, that's Aaron Riley in 11th at the moment. As right now he's trying to work on the 07 of Billy Howard. Travis Wall is still out front, has a 1.6 second lead. He has set sail on Shane Papala in second. Your top 5 is Adam Baker, Seth Hatchell, and Chris Samard running out that top 5. And we do have a lap car up there. That is Paul Cohen, who pitted earlier. Not sure what was going on with the 51 machine, but he is on pit road. Makes contact with the 77. Doesn't look like enough contact to upset the car. As now Kurt Davidson looking to see what may have happened, but Kurt Davidson and Joe on both +6, and Jim Locking is separating the two at the moment. So Joe Owen in 12th, Kurt Davidson in 13th at the moment. We are still watching Joe Owen here, as he is still in 12th. We'll look to see where some more moves are. Ryan Gimmel still in 8th, as he's got Keith Mayato ahead of him. Paul Zoda making the pass on Jeff Sharp to move into 16th. Jeff Glockner called it a night. Not sure what happened to Glockner, but he is in the pits. I don't believe he's called it a night, but he is on pit road. Dean Viney got a battle in his hands right now with the 18 of Joe Mitchell. Not sure what happened to the 18 already here tonight. Joe Mitchell starting way near the back. It looks like David Gainforth's got the battle right now with Jeff Sharp, who's on pit road. Some early pit stops here tonight. We've already had 3 pit stops. Joe Mitchell tries to come down low. He is going to get the clear on the 71. There's Jeff Sharp still on pit road. See if we can take a look at that car. Not sure if it's going to let us take a look at. Yeah, Jeff Sharp has a little bit of damage. Paul Cohen doesn't look like he had any damage. Not sure what happened to him. And Jeff Glockner took some damage. Jeff Sharp on pit road with damage. So a lot of cars on pit road early on in this thing. So taking a look around the field, we'll take a look at your top 5 first. Travis Wall is still up front. He's led every lap of this race as we're now on lap 26. Has a 2.5 second lead. Shane Papala is in second. Adam Baker in third as he's now going to get passed by teammate Seth Hatchell, the points champion for the regular season. Not laying down like we thought he might, as he is now going to move up into that 3rd position. Doesn't quite clear the 48 of Adam Baker, but Adam Baker now in 4th. Chris Samar, the 77, back there in 5th. Taking a look at the rest of the top 10. Keith Mayato is in 6th. He won the most races here this season in the Laser Days Cup Series. Ryan Gemmel in 7th. Dash McLaughlin in 8th. Ryan Neff in 9th, trying to get around the 51 of Paul Cohen, who is 3 laps down. And rounding out your top 10 will be the 33 of Aaron Riley. We're watching the battle, can he get around the 51? 19 of the 23 cars still on the lead lap. David Howard Jr. did make his way onto the track, so he will get scored tonight. He's not going to give up that position to Chris Samar that easily, but he is 24 laps down at the moment. Your other drivers who are laps down, Jeff Glockner, not quite sure how many laps. Let's see if we can do the math here real quick. He is, I believe, 12 laps down. Jeff Glockner 4 laps down. Paul Cohen 3 laps down. We do have a pass in the top 5. At least I thought we did. Lupe Gonzalez, though, he is making his way through the field. He's going to get stuck in the middle of this Hard Charger Award chase right now. Joe Owen has +6. Lupe Gonzalez +6. Kurt Davidson +6. And give Ryan Gemmel +6. Other drivers close in that chase, give it to Joe Mitchell with +5. And your fastest lap at the moment does belong to leader Travis Wall with a 20.339, as he is the fastest lap by far right now, as it's over 0.2 faster than the second fastest lap, who belongs to Seth Hatchell. Go up to Hatchell right now as the top 5 starting to separate. David Howard Jr. back on pit road. So far, we have been green flag racing. 34 laps in the books, or going to be in the books, 33 in the books. Travis Wall has taken the early jump and not looked back, as right now he's about that 2.5 seconds, but we are starting to see that drop. 24 of Jeff Glockner coming off pit road at the moment. Looks like Aaron Riley might be experiencing a little bit of technical issues. As we do know, a lot of these drivers are East Coast drivers, and A lot of them preparing for the worst in the coming weeks, as we have a couple drivers in the Carolinas, a couple drivers in Florida, a couple drivers in Georgia. So, and looks like we have 1 or 2 drivers belonging in the Atlantic Club. So hopefully those guys stay safe over the weekend, because they're going to have a tough time out there with Hurricane Irma. But get back to racing here tonight, as Travis Wall still up front, still has that 2.5 second lead on the field. We are still early in this thing though. One caution could erase that lead pretty quickly, as he's not even running the fastest laps right now. That is Seth Hatchell. Adam Baker has a battle on his hands right now with the 77 of Chris Samard. And Brett, thank you for stopping by and checking out the race tonight. These guys race every Thursday night. You can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. These guys are great to watch, as they run a lot of green flag laps, and they are very competitive out there, even for 26 weeks into the season. And we're watching Adam Baker and Chris Samard right here. Joe Mitchell back in the field. He is in 15th. He's moving his way back up the track, and he actually started from the back of the pack tonight. Something we haven't seen the 18 do a lot this season, but he is right in the mix of that Hard Charger award, as we got 5 drivers. Just 5 drivers in that chase right now, all at +6. Ryan Gemmel, Joe Owen, Lupe Gonzalez, Kurt Davidson, and Joe Mitchell. And we are getting confirmation. The 7 of David Howard Jr. calls it a night early tonight. He has taken his car behind the wall. Drivers on pit road, that would be Paul Cohen and Jeff Glockner. We did have a pass in the top 10. We actually have a battle going on right now between Aaron Riley and Dash McLaughlin. And Dash is going to get the great run on that high side. He's going to clear the 33. So we're 43 laps into this run, and we're going to see a break in the tie for the Hard Charger. Lupe Gonzalez moves up to +7 as he moves his way past Joe Owen, who is gone to the pits. 44 laps on those tires. He'll be the first one to take the full run and dip down. So that break in the tie for the Hard Charger is put right back to a tie. We got 3 drivers at +7. Lupe Gonzalez, Kurt Davidson, Joe Mitchell. As Keith Mayato is going to move up into the top 5 as he's, for the moment, as he's battling the 77 of Chris Samard. He's got the 48 of Adam Baker in front of him. He's going to go to the bottom line. Can he make it stick here? 46 laps on these tires. And he's got a car coming off pit road. That is Joe Owen. And it's going to slow him up, and it's going to let Adam Baker go right back in front of the 09. So 16 drivers on the lead lap still. David Gainforth, Dean Viney, Joe Owen, Jeff Sharp still on the track. They are lapped, as David Gainforth is 1 lap down, Dean Viney 1 lap down, Joe Owen 2 laps down, and Jeff Sharp 4 laps down. And we just saw Keith Mayato get stuck on that high side. Or is the 3 pinching the 7 down? But the 77 of Chris Samard down to the bottom line in the corners. As I think Joe Owen knows, I've got fresher tires. Get out of the way. I'm coming through. I'm going to get back on that lead lap. And Lupe Gonzalez brings back the Hard Charger. He's going to move up into 11th, now +8 on the night. Lupe not locked into that chase at the moment. He's in on points, and I think he's pretty much locked in on points. But tough break this season for the 53, as he won the championship last year, won the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series championship, unable to lock his way into the chase this year, but he's definitely been out there competing for 575 Motorsports, trying to bring home his second consecutive title. Adam Baker does move back into the top 5. Chris Samard may have had an issue, as we've seen him fall through the standings at the moment. No word as Lupe Gonzalez continues his charge in the top 10. Moving up to 9th, Chris Samard looks to have maybe fallen through. We do have a little bit of smoke back there. No caution on the field. Not sure who it's coming from. But Lupe Gonzalez plus 10 for the night. Other drivers that are close to him in the hard charger chase will be Joe Mitchell in 12th, and Kurt Davidson in 12th. Joe Mitchell is in 13th. Those drivers are both plus 8. Other driver close to him would be Ryan Gemmel. It's actually Joe Mitchell is going to get around the 41. He's going to move to plus 9, knocking Kurt Davidson back to plus 7. Ryan Gemmel also at plus 7 in 6th. $54 laps into the race here tonight. Not a lot, or we haven't seen really any pitting from the top 17. We do have 2 drivers who are laps down who have not pitted. That would be Dean Viney and David Gainforth. And your fastest lap that time around belongs to Lupe Gonzalez in 9th, as he is running a 10th faster than the lead cars at the moment. Dash McLaughlin drops back another position. He is struggling out here tonight as he's going to move back to 8th. And Aaron Riley, who we talked about not being locked into the chase at the moment, he's up in 7th. And I believe we are getting word Chris Samard is back on the track. He is on pit road though, but he is connected. He is back and waiting to get back on the track. Going to be a couple laps down though. He's going to have to fight back, as right now we are showing him 6 laps down. Looking through your top 5. Let's take a look through the top. Actually, the 71 almost made contact with the 33 there. Let's take a look at the top 10 as they sit right now. We will have a trivia question also coming up here in just a moment. But your leader is Travis Wall. He hasn't moved from that first place position after taking the pole. Still holds on to that fastest lap time on the track. Shane Papala in second, started third tonight. He has been the one trying to hunt down the 44 of Travis Wall. Behind him is the regular season points champion Seth Hatchell, who started 6th, has made his way up to 3rd. Keith Mayato from 7th to 4th here tonight. Adam Baker started 5th, still sits in 5th. We saw him as high as 3rd. Ryan Gemmel from 13th to 6th tonight. Aaron Riley right behind him from 11th to 7th. Dash McLaughlin from 4th back to 8th. Lupe Gonzalez from 20th all the way up to 9th. And Brian Neff, who started 8th, currently sits in 10th. This is where the battle is right now. It is between the 6 of Ryan Gemmel, the 33 of Aaron Riley, the 21 of Dash McLaughlin, and the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez. But while we are watching this, we've got a trivia question for tonight. It is who won the first race at Richmond Raceway? Stay tuned right here, because on PBR Stay tuned right here on PBR Broadcasting, because on lap 125, the answer will be revealed. As Aaron Riley did move around Ryan Gemmel. And now Lupe Gonzalez makes his way around Dash McLaughlin. Does he clear him in the corner? He's got to kind of dip it down. We're going to go 3 wide for a moment. Almost made contact between the 21 and the 53 of Gonzalez. But now Lupe looking for a way around the 6 of Ryan Gemmel. We're going to take a look right now at that 3-car battle as the 21 of Dash McLaughlin almost gets a little bit loose there, coming off the corner, or going into the corner. As Lupe's still in search, he is going to make the pass now on Ryan Gemmel. So Lupe Gonzalez, who starts 20th tonight, 66 laps into this race, up into the 7th place position. And if he's going to make a charge tonight for that lead, tonight would be the night to see that happen. And we will see a pass for the second, but we're going to have a wreck. It was between Shane Papala and Paul Zoda. Look back as we're going to have our first caution almost halfway through the race. Watching here. Oh. Take one more look back here. As it looks like maybe Paul Zoda slowed up a little bit. Not quite sure what happened there to the 99. But it doesn't look like the 89 got a ton of damage. It doesn't look like the 99 got a ton of damage. Now we'll see all the drivers coming down pit road for the first big stops of the night. Lupe Gonzalez already hits his pit box. Starts way back there. He's going to have to come way around to get back into that top spot. Travis Wall's going to come off first. Then will be Seth Hatchell, Adam Baker, Keith Mayato, Aaron Riley. Looks like Shane Papala, Lupe Gonzalez, Ryan Gemmel, Brian Neff, Joe Mitchell, Billy Howard, and Kurt Davidson would round out your first pack of cars. Dash McLaughlin still sits on pit road. So that is the shakeup that we are looking on the first pit stops. Taking a look at some of the drivers still coming down pit road. And that was a big shakeup in the top 5 as Aaron Riley up into the 4th position. Started 11th tonight. Great job by Aaron. But you got to look back in that 6th position. Lupe Gonzalez plus 12. And then you go back. We're going to take a look back at Joe Mitchell. Started 22nd tonight, up into 11th. Or excuse me, he's in 9th right now, so he is plus 12 for the night. As that'll be his highest position so far in this race. And this is where the shakeup is going to happen. Travis Wall doesn't have that 3-second gap we saw him have near the end of that break. But before we get back to green flag racing, we're going to take a step away. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back, and they have doubled them up. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing here tonight. So we're going to be halfway through this race when we go back to green. So we'll give them some time to clear it out, get back to racing, and then we will take a look at where everybody started the race and where they sit currently. Coming around, pace car has dipped off. Green flag is back out. We're back to racing here at Richmond Raceway. The Joe Owen Towing Services 145. And the 48 checked up by the 44 of Travis Wall, Adam Baker. Maybe not paying attention there, going into the corner. Aaron Riley falls back to 5th. Lupe Gonzalez will go back to 7th as Ryan Gimmel gets around him. Fastest lap does belong to Travis Wall that time around. Joe Mitchell. Oh, we're going to have a spin in the back of the field. Dash McLaughlin gets turned around as we're going to have our second caution of the night. Oh, and Billy Howard gets a tap from the 101, goes up into the 60 of Brian Neff. See if we can see what happened to Dash here as he looked to go to the inside of the 101 of David Gainforth. David Gainforth kind of launches up the track, takes this, and it was the 60 that ended up hitting the 21. We'll see how many cars that does take out. As we're going to have a couple blown up cars. Dash McLaughlin not going to have the second race that he performs pretty well in for race number 2 of his SoMO career in the Cup Series. Billy Howard still out there driving around. Did just have Brian Neff go down pit road. Kirk Davidson on pit road as well. Seth Hatchell. A lot of damage on that 8. I'm not sure what happened to Hatchell there, but he is on pit road as the points leader might be calling it a night. And that is going to shake up a lot. Joe Mitchell up into 8th as he's going to gain a ton of positions on that wreck. And we haven't quite been able to clear it out, but you know what? We're going to be able to take a look at where everybody started right now. Travis Wall has led every lap of this race here tonight, has not looked back. Started first, currently sits in first. 76 laps led for Travis Wall. Adam Baker, who started 5th, is currently up in 2nd. Keith Maotto went from 7th to 3rd. Shane Papala from 3rd to 4th. Aaron Riley from 11th to 5th. Ryan Gimmel from 13th to 6th tonight. Lupe Gonzalez from 20th up into 7th. Joe Mitchell from 22nd up into 8th. Brian Neff from 8th to 9th. Kurt Davidson rounding out your top 10. He went from 21st to 10th. Joe Owen from 19th to 12th here tonight. He's actually in 11th. Seth Hatchell coming off pit road. Started 6th tonight. He is back in 13th. Make it 12th. Other drivers who are in the pit still or looking for a way to get that car fixed up. Paul Zota back on the track. Started 12th. He is in 13th at the moment. Billy Howard in 14th at the moment. Started 9th. He's actually going to move back to 15th as Dean Viney's going to get around him. So Dean Viney started 17th up into 14th. David Gainforth back on the track. He started 15th. He is now in 17th. Dash McLaughlin started 4th tonight. It looks like he'll be calling a night as he's in 16th at the moment. Make it 17th. Jim Locking from 14th to 18th. Jeff Sharp on the track went from 10th back to 9th. Chris Samard started 2nd tonight. He's all the way back in 20th. Paul Cohen still on pit road, started 23rd. He is in 21st. And Jeff Glockner will be your last car on the track, started 16th, now in 22nd. David Howard Jr. has called it a night and taken his car behind the wall, started 18th, now in 23rd. So let's get ready to go back racing as we're going to hit lap 80. There goes the pace car down into the pit road. And the green flag is out once again here at Richmond Raceway. Travis Wall once again gets a great jump in. Keith Mayato is going to follow him right into that second position. Gets the jump on Adam Baker, who may have been caught snoozing there, as looked like we were going to get 3 wide there with Shane Papala. He's now going to drop to the bottom. Gives a little bit of a checkup to the 33 of Aaron Riley. As really it is anybody's race still in the top 10. And we do have 12 cars on the lead lap. Aaron Riley, a little bit of a technical issue still going on there with the 33, but he's running up in 5th. Lupe Gonzalez gets back around the 18. They're going to continue to battle out here as the 18 stuck to that high side, doesn't have any help, and he is going to get left behind by the 53 coming out of the corner. He's going to jump it in front of the 18. The 18 of Joe Mitchell looking for any way to get down to that bottom line, getting around Brian Neff. And now Lupe Gonzalez looks to move into 6th as he's going to go to the bottom line on Ryan Gimmel. Not going to quite have it coming out of the corner, but he's going to continue to pound that bottom line. He's going to make the clear. Does he get in front? Yes, he does get in front of the 6th of Ryan Gimmel, so Lupe will move into 6th. Your last car on the lead lap, that is Joe Owen. 4 seconds back, 5 seconds back now from the leader. Travis Wall still leading this race, has not looked back since the start, has not looked back since claiming the qualifying pole here tonight. Watching this battle with the 53. Now he is hunted down, the 33 of Aaron Riley. Looked for the inside line, isn't going to get it. 33 shuts the door on him. Can Gonzalez make it happen here tonight? He's going to go to the inside. He is going to get that inside run on the 33. And Aaron Riley's not even going to fight it. He's going to let the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez go right by him. And we do have a spinner. It was the 18 of Joe Mitchell. We're going to have another caution. 18 of Joe Mitchell goes around. And this will be our 3rd caution of the night on lap 89. And we ran into a little bit of issue there. Let's see if we can get this back. It's not going to let us. We'll see it just before. I don't think Seth Hatchell got into him. We can get a little bit before here. Oh no, Joe Mitchell just loses it coming off the corner. Almost sends the 8 of Seth Hatchell into the wall as well. We'll see if we can get a quick glimpse of inside that car. You see here, this is inside Seth Hatchell's car as he almost goes into that wall, actually loses it on the corner. Able to regain it. No damage, more damage put on that car. As he is now on pit road. We'll go up to Travis Wall. Still up front for Travis. And I think we have a driver up here who to talk about his race. Dash McLaughlin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, it didn't end up as well as last week for you, but how was the car for you tonight?
On fresh tires, it was actually not that bad. I mean, we could drive it in deep in the corner and it'll stick, but but now on the long run, we would get really tight. But other than that, I mean, not too bad. I like the setup. You just had to be very conservative on your tires, and at the beginning of the race, I actually didn't do that, and I kind of learned. And then I started getting higher from the groove, and it helped me out.
Now, we saw you kind of get wrapped up in a wreck there. It was kind of actually near the end of the wreck. Explain to us kind of what you saw out there and what kind of happened to you.
Well, I mean, I saw that one of the cars in front of me, he drove it in really deep, and I saw him go up the racetrack just a little bit and make contact with outside of him, and I was like, okay, he'll be fine. Just make sure he gets enough room to save it. And well, he overcorrected the car and went the other way and hit another car. After I looked at the video, and that car he hit the retaining wall right there off the 2 and knocked right into me, and I hit the outside wall, and it started smoking, so I was done for the night.
All right, well, it does look like we are getting one to go. Is your race pretty much over with tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, we hope to see you next week when you guys hopefully we're going to see you next week out at Chicagoland. I know kind of the work schedule is dependent on whether you race or not, so race or not. So good seeing you out here for the second time in the Lazy Days Cup Series. Unfortunately, your race does end early.
All right, thanks, sir. I will try to see if I come out tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but next week.
All right, and we are getting ready to go green. The pace car has dipped back off. Travis Wall doesn't exactly get the jump we saw him get earlier in the race. As Keith Miano was going to stick with him all through the corner. Lupe Gonzalez up into 4th. He's working on Adam Baker right now in that 5th position. Keith Miano gets stuck on the high line. As we'll go to Shane Papala, who's making the run on the bottom. Lupe trying to stick his nose in there as well. 09 of Keith Miano still on that high side. Adam Baker trying to join him up there, trying to make it work. Lupe gets a little bit tight in the corner, and he's going to have enough of a run to look like he was going to stick it back to the 89 of Shane Papala, but it would be Keith Miano getting the run on the outside. And in the meantime of this battle, it has been Travis Wall extending that lead to over a second. Back and forth, the 09 and the 89 go, and it's giving no room for the 53 to try to make a pass as he's patiently waiting back here, waiting for something to happen. There it is. The 09 is going to snap a little bit loose in the corner. 53 of Lupe Gonzalez snaps on the chance to get in there and make a pass. As Lupe now 16 positions gained for him, make it back to 15 as Keith Miano is going to get the run on the outside. This is where the battle is happening. As Now Keith Mallett is going to get the run once again on the outside. Lupe Gonzalez going to stick it back down to the bottom line. And it does look like Lupe inching ever so closely to making that clear pass in the corner on the 09. And is he going to get it right here? He's going to stick ahead of him and be counted as third there. As he does make the clear past the 07 of Billy Howard, drops down to let these guys all make the pass on him. As now, here goes Lupe Gonzalez to the bottom line. He's not going to get down there quite quick enough as Seth Hatchell, or Shane Papala will extend his distance, but Travis Wall out to that 2-second lead. Make it 101 laps now for Travis Wall, leading here tonight. The only other driver to lead a lap, that would be Keith Mayato. And Brian Neff's going to get a little bit loose. Looks like he's going to spin it. We're going to have another caution here tonight as Lupe Gonzalez moves into second just as that caution comes out. And it's going to give it to him. Lupe Gonzalez will be scored as second when that caution came out. Let's take a look back with our fourth caution of the night as we near 40 laps to go. Brian Neff loose off two, couldn't quite save it, goes all the way down the backstretch, looking to try to get that car under control. A lot of front end damage now for the 60 of Can-Am Racing. So he'll come in, and actually the whole field's going to come in now, try to get some damage fixed. Looks like Dean Viney's going to stay out and try to get back on the lead lap. We'll take a look at the pit stop times now. As Lupe Gonzalez, remember, he has one of the first pit stalls into the pits. As he's already coming around, can he get out in front of the 44? 44 is going to make it out, so will Shane Papala. Lupe with a 14.53 moves back into fourth as Dean Viney did get back around, and he will lead his first lap if it counts. Travis Wall has moved back into that first position, so Dean must be dropping back at the moment. He is. Shane Papala in second, Lupe Gonzalez in third, Keith Mayato in fourth, and Adam Baker will round out your top five at the moment. We're going to look at the rest of the field. Dean Viney will be your last car on the lead lap. So make it 13 cars now. And it does look like we have the 77 of Chris Samard waiting for get a chit chat with us here for a moment. Chris Samard, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, it didn't really work out for you here tonight, but you got to be kind of looking forward to getting to the chase now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the chase. I just hope all the crashing is over with for me in the chase. So
now I can't remember quite offhand what happened. Do you mind explaining kind of what was going on that led to your wreck?
Well, we were. I think it was lap 50. We were. I was running behind the 09 and the 48, and we came up on a lap car, and it went 3 wide, and the 48 got loose, and the 09 got loose there. I think the 48 hit him a little bit, and I had slowed up to try and avoid it, and I ran in the back of the 09, and it sent me down into the inside wall.
Well, I don't want to cut you short here, but we are getting ready to go back green flag racing, and we'll see you next week when we go back, and we'll be at the Chase at Chicagoland, and we hope to see you advance through the season there.
All right, Steven, have a good night.
And that was Chris Simard as we are back to green flag racing. Travis Wall with the early jump. Lupe Gonzalez is done working with the pack. He is going to try to make the run on Shane Papala. He's going to try to get around the 89, and we'll see if the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez makes his first win of the season. And once again, that was the 77 of Chris Simard, and it does look like he will have enough points, finishing 20th tonight, as he only needed 2 points to pass David Howard Jr. And he gets 3 to pass to make the pass in points. And Lupe Gonzalez clears the 89 of Shane Papala. I know broadcasters aren't supposed to pick favorites, but you gotta root for these guys that don't have a win this season. Last week of the regular season, and Lupe is staring down the possibility of leading some laps, possibly taking down the man who has led all but one lap this race. As we do have the 60 of Brian, no, that's the 91 of Jim Locking back on the track. Looks like it might have slowed up the 44 of Travis Wall, because Lupe Gonzalez is starting to gain on him. Saw it go down to almost a 0.2. It's going to extend back out to a 0.4. Seeing it drop back down to a 0.3. Things are starting to heat up here as we're about to get the 30 to go here at Richmond Raceway for the Joe Owen Towing Services 145. And this race is starting to heat up, as we're not going to see Travis Wall extend back out to a 3-second lead. Make it a 2.2 second lead now. The 44 and the 53 going at it. Lupe Gonzalez, the defending champion, does not have a win this season. Extends it back out to a 0.3 as we're seeing Lupe start to drop off a little bit. We'll look at the timing here, as Lupe did run a couple hundredths slower there than Travis Wall. We're getting updated lap times, and he is still running about a 10th slower than Travis Wall. But Lupe is known to make those late race charges. Joe Mitchell, the 18, did make his way back onto the track, currently showing as 10 laps down. Running in 16th, Joe is locked into the chase already. Go back to Lupe, as he is the one driver right now that looks like could make a run for locking his way into the chase, as he is not already. Next driver would be Aaron Riley in 7th. As we're seeing Lupe get closer to the 44 once again. We're going to take a look at the trivia question really quick here while we can, as this battle is starting to heat up. We don't want to miss a moment of this. Who won the first race at Richmond Raceway? That'd be Lee Petty back on April 19th of 1953, and it's 53 Dodge. And right now, Lupe Gonzalez edging towards getting his first win. Travis Wall, though, is the man standing in his way. 121 laps left for Travis Wall in the 44 Piggly Wiggly machine. Brian Neff down pit road. And we talked about it a little bit in the pre-race show. Seth Hatchell, of course, did lock that points championship away for the regular season with just showing up tonight and racing one lap. He would have enough points to secure that win from Adam Baker, who was only 44 points behind him. But we are about to get the 20 to go, and things are starting to heat up here. There is a second back. Almost a second and a half back from Lupe to Shane Papala now. As the 20 to go is out, Lupe Gonzalez is 0.3 back from Travis Wall, who's now led 124 laps here tonight. He will lock away the most laps led by far. The only other driver to lead laps here tonight, that'd be Keith Mayato with 1 lap led. We're going to see that lead go down to 0.2. Things are starting to heat up here with 19 to go. As Lupe Gonzalez from 575 Motorsports out in California trying to make it work for him. We saw it dip down to a 10th. As we're seeing that 10th pop up even more here now, as Lupe Gonzalez is running faster laps now than Travis Wall. He ran about 400ths faster than Travis Wall that time around. This time around, he does run 1,000th faster than the 44 of Travis Wall, so he is not losing time on the 44. 17 to go now as the top two battle it out. We're going to see Travis Wall extend the lead as he's going to run, waiting for those lap times to come in. He's going to run a 10th faster than Lupe that time around. $16 to go. 128 laps led now for Travis Wall. And as Lupe is starting to charge back, do we see the lap times coming in? See who had the faster time. It was Lupe that time around, running 200ths faster, so he's starting to fight back. $14 to go now for Lupe and Travis Wall. And it will be Lupe once again running 100th faster than Travis Wall. So he's ever so slightly edging closer to the 44 every lap around. We'll see this time around as they get the 12 to go. It was Travis Wall that time with the fastest lap. Of these two, it was actually Shane Papala with the fastest lap on the track. And you got to start to wonder, has Lupe Gonzalez gave it everything he got a little too early? as we are now going to see Travis Wall extend that lead back out to a half second. $10 to go here at Richmond Raceway, as we still do have Aaron Riley did just have an issue. He is gone from the race. Looks like he will he won't be too happy about that, as right now the 53 of Lupe Gonzalez gets around the 73. We're getting a name on that real quick. It was Jeff Sharp. But right now Travis Wall 0.6 of a lead on Lupe with 9 laps to go. Ryan Gimmel now experiencing some issues, but he will get those electrical issues fixed pretty quickly. Take a look quick at the top 5, and there it is, Lupe from 20th to 2nd. Travis has not lost first most of the race here tonight. Shane Papala in 3rd, started 3rd. Keith Maoto, who started 7th, in 4th, and Adam Baker, who started 5th, sits in the top 5. You're getting the 7 to go, and Lupe Gonzalez starting to fight back, but those tires are got to be screaming at this point. And Lupe is running faster laps than Travis Wall. That time around, it was barely, but he is running faster. We're going to have 5 to go this time around. We are back down to 0.4 seconds separating the top 2. Make it 0.3. Lupe starting to make a charge here. Does he have enough at the end? He's going to give it everything he got, because he knows this is his chance to lock his way in. He's going to get right behind the 7, try to get a draft going coming off the corner. Make it 0.2. 4 laps to go now for the top 2. As now Shane is going to give it, Lupe is going to get everything he got. Shane is 2 seconds behind Lupe Gonzalez. Make it 0.2 coming out of the corner, 0.3 at times. 3 laps to go. The 53 and the 44 continuing the battle out here. Joe Owen is not going to get out of the way. He's going to stick it to the top side. Make these guys work around him. They're going to drop it down to 2.2 seconds separating them. 2 laps to go now. Lupe Gonzalez, does he have enough left in the tank? Looks like he's going to slow up way a lot. Looks like he had to brake there in the corner. So it looks like Travis Wall should walk away from this race, as we're going to get the white flag this time around. Oh, and Lupe Gonzalez gets a little bit loose there. That should wrap it up for the 44 of Travis Wall. And it will. Travis Wall coming around. And Travis Wall will be your winner here at Richmond Raceway for the Joe Owen Towing 145. We'll be right back after this with tonight's driver interviews. All right, and let's bring in the winner tonight. Travis Wall, you got a copy?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
I'll tell you what, you did everything you needed out here tonight, and really from the start of the race, you never looked back. 144 of the 145 laps led. It's got to feel pretty good.
No, it feels pretty good. I don't know where that other lap went, but that's cool. I mean, leading flag to flag, I mean, you can't ask for a better night.
Now, does this change your mindset now, or you gain some confidence going into the chase, getting the last win of the regular season?
I wish it did. I gave away quite a few races here towards the end, but unfortunately, I didn't make enough races to make the chase. So hopefully, I'll just be able to stink the show up a little bit and get a couple wins for a non-chaser.
Hey, it's always about the upsets. Well, you do start. Yep, you get the pole tonight. You lead 144 laps by far. I mean, do we even have to question this? You led the most laps tonight. You also get the win here tonight. And anybody you'd like to thank?
I got to thank Piggly Wiggly. I thank Max Rev Motorsports. I got to thank SoMO for putting on a great league for us to come out and race. You guys for broadcasting. And, man, what a good night.
And we forgot to ask you, Chicagoland, how do you fare out there?
I'm either going to finish first or last. That's kind of how I feel about that place.
All right. Well, congrats on your win here tonight. It was definitely a earned win, especially at the end there. Kind of talk us through that last kind of 10 lap, 15 lap battle you had there with Lupe.
Well, I mean, I didn't race with them all night, so I really wasn't expecting anybody to be there on that last restart. And I kept looking in my mirror, and I saw Shane, and I knew he restarted second or third, and I thought he was the one behind me, but it showed somebody 3/10, so eventually I could see Joe right there on my bumper. I really wasn't expecting to have to push it that hard the whole last 40 laps, but luckily I was able to hang on to it.
Well, congrats once again on your win out here tonight, and we hope to see you next week out at Chicagoland.
I should be there.
And that was Travis Wall, winner of the race here tonight. We'll go to Shane Papala. Shane Papala, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you definitely put on the fight out there tonight. Damaged car and all, it looks like. But how was the car for you overall?
It was good. Definitely a little loose off. Seemed like everybody was, except for the front guys. They were able to keep it pretty straight. I don't know what they're doing different, but it's pretty good, whatever they got going on.
Now, we've seen you kind of battle in the top 5 the last couple of weeks. What's your mindset going into Chicagoland, the first round of the chase?
Definitely try to not be the last chaser to finish, so try to finish mid-pack, just stay out of trouble, and hopefully the other chase guys have trouble and just take it one race at a time and pick them off one at a time.
All right. Well, you start third tonight. You come away with a third place finish. Who would you like to give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank you for putting on the broadcast. You guys do an awesome job. It's fun, and I have to thank all my teammates. We had a good race tonight. Shared a lot of information. Everything went good there, and got to thank my beautiful wife for having me hobbies here. It's a good time.
Congrats once again on your third place finish, and congrats on qualifying for the chase this year. And we hope to see you keep battling late into the chase as well. So with that, we'd like to congratulate you once again on your third place finish, and hope to talk to you next week out at Chicagoland.
All right, Steven. Hope to see you there too. Thanks.
That was Shane Papala, your third place finisher. We do not have Lupe Gonzalez in the team speak at the moment, but we'll see if we can get one more person. Make sure he is ready to go. We're going to get a word in with league owner Paul Zoda. Oh, Paul Zoda, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you, Steve.
All right. Well, it's definitely been kind of a crazy season here at SoMO, but the regular season winds down. Why don't you kind of reflect kind of how the last 26 weeks have gone here?
I'll tell you what, man. It started out good. Got a couple of bumps in the road early on. A couple changes made. Kind of renewed a few things, and it kind of took off from there. Once a lot of the guys that weren't here last season, once they started kind of getting used to the guys around here, man, the tension and racing really intensified, man. Guys really started putting it on. This season was really, really tough to hold the top spot and to get a win. A lot of competition out there now.
Now we're heading into the chase, and I do believe you are one of the 16 drivers that will make it in. And you and I kind of went back and forth last year with the chase. what's your mindset going into this year's chase?
Well, I'm going to try to, I want to finish races. One, being consistent is definitely going to help. I don't really have the speed that I need to be up front with some of the guys that obviously are locked in with multiple wins and with wins. So I think it's just going to be on consistency and finishing races. Not to say anything bad, but we notice a lot of guys don't really get to finish a lot of races, and they go a little bit too hard too soon. So I'm going to try to capitalize on that and, see how far it'll get me.
Well, I do believe it was about 70 some on laps here tonight before we did have our first caution. So it definitely speaks a lot about this league here. And you guys are notorious for running a lot of green flag laps. So congrats to you for making the chase this year. Congrats. You finished 12th tonight. And really, that was a big battle for you. We saw you get wrapped up in a wreck there about mid-race. You kind of want to walk us through that wreck there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. I need to go back and look at it. I know I was racing Jim Locking for a lot of laps side by side, trying to get that spot from Jim. And when I saw Travis get behind us, I kind of, after a couple of laps of trying to get by Jim, I kind of got back behind him and let Travis go on by. So then I started to try and race Jim again. And I think we were racing for the lucky dog spot. So, I was really racing him hard to try to get that spot. And I saw Shane, and I'm not sure who was behind Shane, so I really don't know what happened. I tried to stay out of the way. I don't know if I went low and Shane went to go low, or if I went high and Shane went to go high, and we made some contact. If it's my fault, I apologize for it. Like I said, I didn't really have a chance to review it or look at it yet to see what it was. But, I was trying hard to get that lucky dog spot, and unfortunately I got spun. And I was in that, so Jim did get that lucky dog. But, that's the way it goes, man. You race hard. Me and Jim raced side by side, lots of laps. And, we raced hard and we raced clean. So it definitely was a lot of fun.
It was definitely a hard-fought 12th place finish for you here tonight. But you got to be happy with that going into the chase now. You start basically at ground zero. You're right there with the front guys, and one good race could get you to the next round. So congrats on that. And we hope to see you out at Chicagoland, but most of all, stay safe this weekend, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And it's showing me a ninth, so maybe it's just not scoring you right, but I'm glad I got back up on the lead lap. And we're off next week, and then we'll be back at Chicagoland, and they'll get this chase going, man. Hopefully we put on a good show for everybody.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading that wrong. You started 12th and you finished 9th, so congrats even more on that.
And let me give a shout out to Hardee's of Richmond, Virginia, for putting on tonight's race, and for Lazy Days Racing for sponsoring the series. We do appreciate it. And to all the guys here, man, that put in the time these 26 weeks coming out and, taking time away to get out here and be dedicated to it. We do appreciate it. Congratulations to the 16 that are moving ahead, and good luck, everybody, with it.
Well, thanks again for stopping by in the booth, and we hope to speak to you 2 weeks from now at Chicagoland.
Thanks, Steve. Have a good night, buddy.
And that was league owner Paul Zota. We'll go ahead and take a look now at the results for the night. It will be Travis Wall coming away with a win here tonight. Lupe Gonzalez would finish second. Shane Papala would finish third. Keith Mato in fourth. Adam Baker will round out your top five. Ryan Gimmel will finish 6th tonight, Seth Hatchell in 7th, Kurt Davidson in 8th, Paul Zota would be 9th, and Dean Viney will round out your top 10. David Gainforth will be the first lapped car, finishing 11th, Joe Owen in 12th, Jeff Sharp in 13th, Joe Mitchell 14th, Aaron Riley will be 15th. Billy Howard will finish 16th tonight, Brian Neff in 17th, Jim Locking in 18th, Dash McLaughlin in 19th. Chris Samard would finish 77 laps down in 20th. Paul Cohen would finish 21st tonight. Jeff Glockner 22nd. And David Howard Jr. Not the night he wanted, but he gets some points, finishing 23rd. We'll look to see real quick if the points are updated. We can get you your 16 drivers locked in. They are not in at the moment. But let's go ahead and take a look. We'll go through the sponsors of SoMO. Thank you to the many sponsors that support Southern Motorsports, including iRacing World, O2 Germ Relief, Cindy's Finds, Portside Jaguar Land Rover, Joe Owen Towing, Amy's Jewel Sense, Hardee's, CS Hobby, BZ Designs, and Lazy Days Racing. Thank you to the admins of SoMO, Paul Zoda, Aaron Riley, Jeff Glockner, and Joe Mitchell for allowing Parks Brothers Broadcasting to bring you the race here tonight. Thank you to everyone at home, and make sure to subscribe to Parks Brothers Racing for your weekly Lazy Days Racing broadcast. Next week, we are actually off. SoMO kicks off the chase in 2 weeks at Chicagoland, and you can catch all the action live here on PBR Broadcasting. Take one more quick look before we sign off here. Did the points get updated? They have not. So we'll try to get the points out to everybody later on. But for now, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me real.